Yeah, so some of you know that I had a video and then it disappeared, right? And then this one showed up. So I uploaded a video, and this has only happened twice. The other one was the drinking urine video that happened a couple of months into my channel. And then the one I uploaded today was about that forest with the really red Amanita has been clear cut and it's gone. And it made me cry because they were genetically significant. And this year I was going to get some of them and send them to a research lab that studies Amanita and their growth patterns. So they were genetically significant and they're gone. But also because they were very joyful. They felt different than the other Amanitas in this area. And then if you've seen my video on what the Amanita want us to know, you'll understand why it's just freaking heartbreaking. Anyway, when I first saw the clear cut, I mean the whole forest was just gone. When I saw that, I immediately got my phone out and I just started videoing. It was a very raw and honest video. And then I wound up leaving from there and going somewhere positive, and the video ended on a really positive note. And I thought, you know what, I probably shouldn't upload that. It's vulnerable and it's honest. And I thought, yeah, but I've always been vulnerable and honest on my channel. Like, of course I would upload it. And then I uploaded it, and in about an hour, I had twice as many held for review comments as I did ones that could pass. And the ones that were held for review were horribly awful. And I was like, well, maybe things will get better. I had errands to run. I left. I was gone for 2 hours. I came back and oh my God. So yeah, the really awful comments outnumbered the decent ones 3-1. And it made me realize we need to talk about pain. So I can talk about some of the things that were said to me, but I think it's probably pointless. But the bigger thing is pain. And it is my opinion that the bulk of the wrong that is done on this planet is because of pain. People are feeling pain and they don't know how to handle it and they don't know what to do with it. If that pain causes anxiety, then it's even worse. And if they had Amanita, then they would have a fighting chance of dealing with that pain better. Because anxiety sucks. And when you can get the anxiety under control, a lot of times the pain you can process it, deal with it, figure out why you feel that way, and then you don't anymore. And that's what happened to a lot of mine. You know, the anxiety kept me from being able to deal with what was bothering me and make good changes in my life so that I didn't have to keep suffering from those things that were bothering me, and then, you know, make sense of what I could. So here's what I want to say about pain. A lot of people think that if you're enlightened, you don't feel pain. I know some people who say they are enlightened, or at least act like they're enlightened. And I watch YouTubers who act like nothing ever hurts them. And if it does, they think something's wrong and they probably shove it down and hide it. But it is impossible to go through life and not feel pain, to not be triggered by somebody. Now, true, the more entheogens you do, the more therapy you've had, the more self-introspective and the more work that you do on yourself, the less people hurt you, because there's just not much left that's messing with your head for people to mess with. But still, nobody's perfect. Nobody's going to absolutely get rid of everything. And there are some people, some even monks, that they're just running because they can't handle pain. And so it's better to just go isolate. Not all monks. Geez, don't go there. Not all. But a lot of people that are leaving their homes and going to communes and tribes and places far away are running from pain. Not all. Because believe me, I want to go do that because I'm just annoyed by people. I want the silence to just, you know, if I wanted to avoid pain, I'd shut this channel down. But so many people think pain means something's wrong with them, that they must not actually be enlightened. Their work must not be working. Their entheogens must not, they must be broken. They must be doing something wrong. When in reality, it is part of the human condition, because pain lets you know, hey, you should pay attention. Something is bothering you here. Something might be wrong here. And true, if you get a splinter, you know, it would be okay if we didn't have pain. Sometimes a paper cut can hurt really freaking bad. And it'd be great if we didn't have to feel that pain, because there's really nothing to do about it. Whereas a broken arm, yeah, probably warranted. You should probably get that looked at. And emotional pain is no different. And it can get blown out of proportion. Like a paper cut can hurt really bad. And likewise, a human can say or do something to you that can hurt really bad, and it just doesn't make sense. It's like, why would that hurt? And it can make us feel broken, like, oh my God, what's wrong with me? I'm crazy, I'm fucked up, something's wrong. And no, it just means you happen to have, your brain is doing something there with that issue. And a lot of times entheogens can help cut the ties to those neurons, you know, and help fix the brain in that way. So it's always going to be a part of the human condition because of the way that we are built for survival, the way we write memories, the way we remember pain and negativity because it could mean our survival. Just the way that the brain works, it's impossible that you're not going to get triggered or feel some pain. And there was a human that I was very, very close with. He died. Very hard loss for me. And we used to get in discussions because he said that true enlightenment meant you didn't feel anything anymore except joy. And I used to call him out on that. We used to go round and round. I'm like, no, enlightenment, if there is such a thing, which I'll make another video about that. If you were enlightened, enlightenment is about being content, but also about rolling with it. Accepting pain, being in the moment with it, embracing it, learning from it, doing what you need to do with it, let it tell you what it needs to tell you, and then not getting stuck in it and moving forward the best that you can. And a lot of times it has a lot to teach us about ourselves. So if you never hurt, how are you going to grow? And if you hate to see pain to the point where you're lashing out in anger and attacking the thing that's hurting, then that's a whole nother level of coping with pain. And that's what I found people were doing with this last video that I uploaded. Some of them had been viewers of my channel from the very beginning. And in real life, when I choose to be vulnerable or open or honest, even people that aren't friends, it might just be acquaintances, and I show up and I've just gotten some bad news or something happened that hurt, and I might have had a tear in my eye. You know, I barely know them, and they come back with anger, you know, and well, when you get yourself together, I'll be in my office. And they slam the doors, like, oh wow, you know. And it's interesting how people deal with pain, expressions of pain. Some people are empathetic and understanding and warm, and sometimes, and I think it's more of a male-female thing. I could be wrong because I'm a biased opinion because I'm female. I've had it that men become very controlling and try to fix me. So that's another way to deal with pain that you see, and that's make it stop, make it stop, make it stop. And it looks to them like they're trying to help. They feel empathy and they want to be supportive. That's one way to look at it. But when it becomes controlling, it ain't about helping. It's about wanting to shut up the pain, stop the pain, make it shut up. And I'm going to make it shut up by helping it get what it needs so it will stop being in pain. And then other people come out fighting and attacking that pain with anger to stomp it out. And I'm sure many of you know people like that in your life, that if you're vulnerable or open or openly show any weaknesses or pain about something or sadness, they see that as weakness and they attack. And I find it interesting that all I did was cry for 10 seconds that I showed on that video of me being sad, and I said it really hurts about that forest getting just clear cut and being gone. The amount of anger just blows me away. There were a few posts of comments of people saying, oh, don't worry, you know, they'll grow somewhere else. And I think they didn't understand that these were genetically very unique. And somehow I just didn't get that across in the video. But what's really odd to me is that right after that piece of the video, it was about 6 minutes, I think, I had decided, hang on my cat. I had decided that to make myself feel better, and I embraced the sadness, and I cried, I let it go, and then I'm like, you know what? I know where there's some Amanita that are gonna be growing that I haven't met yet or seen yet. This coming fall, I'm gonna go up there, and it's beautiful, and it was a lake. You know what I might do is at the end of this, I'm almost done talking, I'm gonna put that part of that video here so you can see the lake. It's really beautiful. Some people can actually just look at you and say, you know, I'm with you with this, and I hate this for you, and it really sucks, and I hope things get better. And that's the kind of response that I think is beautiful and amazing. And this leaves me thinking, as much as I do want to be honest with you guys and just be who I am, I think there is a limit, because we are dealing with lots of cultures, lots of people, about a subject that attracts people that do have mental health challenges, me included. And it ain't just a makeup channel with me putting on makeup and teaching you how to put on makeup. And I have stalkers. I have people in my real life who have found my channel that have started stalking me on this channel. People that are making multiple accounts to continue to stalk me. And I don't know, as I go, I'm learning. You know, I don't have a team of people working with me to screen all this stuff so that I don't ever have to see it. I'm still the one doing the bulk of that, although I'm thinking about having to hire somebody. Don't really have the money to do that, but I may need to. And it's getting kind of scary, some of the things that are being said and how pushy people are getting. So I think there's a limit to how open and vulnerable and honest I need to be. It's weird for me to not be myself, but I think I just didn't see that was going to be a problem to cry about a forest getting clear cut for about 10 seconds on the video and letting you see that part of me. Not you, I'm sure most of you are fine with it, but yeah, it's a sad state of affairs. The world's going through some weird shit right now. And those that are marginalized are going to be the first ones for their cheese to be sliding off their cracker. And I need to take that into consideration also. And people are, you know, coming out saying stuff, you know, calling me a Karen or calling me privileged and all this stuff. Like, I have a nice house and I've never had to work a day in my life and I don't know what pain is. And like all these assumptions about me that are just not sure where they got that idea. But they maybe haven't seen all of my videos or know my story. So I think that it's best that I start to limit what I actually share with you guys. Be a little bit more polished and hold back a little more from some of the honesty. So what I'm going to do is put the video that I took down on Patreon. So far my patrons are amazing and they can handle it. So if you're a patron, that's where that went. It's over there on Patreon. And the rest of you, I'm sorry you can't see it, but here's the second half of that video about something positive. How do you handle pain? Can you start to notice and pay attention to how you handle other people's pain? Why does it bother you? What did you need from that person? Are they letting you down? Does it make you angry? Does it push you and poke you? What about if it's someone you look up to? When they actually hurt, do you think they're no longer an authority on that subject? Did you think they were? Did they say they were? Are they no longer protecting you if they are a protector? What's it like for you when you see other people's pain? How do you cope? This is my opinion because it's my channel, but this is how I see dealing with other people's pain. And to me, in my life, I choose to let them know I care, I'm sorry, it sucks. And then I notice if I have other reactions to other people's pain. Like some people, I'll get irritable, like, oh, and disgusted. And I'm like, okay, why did I just feel that? And then I analyze it and go, oh, because I want them to be this for me. And they're shattering that image I had. Okay. Don't be making images of people. Look at who they really are. Anyway, thanks for listening. And here's the rest of the video, the second half of the video that I took down earlier today. I love you, beautiful people. Bye. So this is a place, it's a state park, and there's a board over there that has pictures and information about the park, and it says, look for these things, and there's a picture of Amanita. And I've driven past this park so many times and never thought to even look here. So I came up here because I was so upset about this event that I thought, you know, I need to go to something hopeful and positive and new for the upcoming season for 2020. So I found this place back in January when it was really cold and snowy, and I wanted to see stuff and get out of the house, and I came here, and that's when I saw that picture. So when I was crying in the car about that little forest, pine forest, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go visit where I know some Amanita are that are not gonna get disturbed. And this is another lake, which doesn't surprise me because the other lake closer to my house had all those deformed and odd looking, really huge Amanitas that are in my foraging videos. The one that's oblong and had a really oval stipe, that one came from that other lake. And I mean, it's just, they were prolific there. This is the lake that kept on giving. So it doesn't surprise me that this lake would have them. They like the lake. Supposedly they don't like really wet soil, but evidently they do. This is a beautiful park. Look. I feel better coming up here and smiling. This feels so much better. Is there water where you live? Let me get the sun to my face, although it's rainy and overcast and not much sun. How's your ecosystem doing? Do yours keep coming back every year? Is it better info? Oh my God, you know me and tree roots. Look at this shit. Look. How cool is that? Wanna take a dive? Here, I'm gonna take you down through them. Ready? Here you go. Up and out. Water raining on the lake. Today I face the realities, deal with grieving, make it better. It still hurts, but I at least feel better. So I came and looked at something beautiful. Now I'm going to get out of the rain, go home, make some coffee or some tea, green tea or both, and mix them together. Remember, I found some music by a guy that, well, I'll tell you soon enough. And I remember I was telling you guys that I was going to write to him and ask him for permission to use his song, one of his songs, in a video, and he said yes. So I've been working on it. I'm excited about it. It gets me right here. It's so freaking good. And I can't wait to share it with you guys. It's a lot of editing, and I hope I do his song justice, but I can't wait to share it with you. It's beautiful, amazing music for when you visit and commune with your gods. And I can tell you this human being is definitely close to his gods. It's very Norse and very powerful. So I'm going to work on that. I've run my mouth enough. One more look at this beautiful place. What do you think? It's so peaceful out here. Oh my God, it's so peaceful out here. I'm glad I came out here. It's so peaceful out here. So quiet. God, I wish you could all be here. I wish I could transport all of you here and we could sit in silence. I love you, beautiful people.